Considering the last few videos have been a little heavy, let's do something more fun today and go catch some Pokemon. This is one of my favorite spots in the area because I can reach 3 Pokestops just from this one spot. But Bellsprout, right after I get that Pokestop. Tried to jump away. Yeah, that's right. But the reason that I'm actually at this park right now is because I have 2 eggs that are just over a kilometer from hatching, 2 10-kilometer eggs. So I'm gonna walk in a straight line for as long as I can and hopefully hatch these eggs because I have a little bit of time to kill before work, so what better way? And I should have a good distance to be able to walk all the way over there past all those pavilions and then sit there for a minute and come all the way back. I'm sure a lot of you know this, that Pokemon Go pings your location every minute, but it doesn't update the distance until every 4 minutes. If you're walking in circles to hatch an egg and you walk around 1 circle in 1 minute, it records you as not moving at all. But if you walk down the length of a football field and wait a minute and then walk all the way back, you should be good. Look at this, even on the game, it's just distances abound. Just nothing as far as the eye can see. And there's a lake too, and it's not even in the game. Okay, so while I'm walking, waiting for these eggs to hatch, I did want to tell you guys one more thing about Kelly's Island. So there's a ferry, and it takes a half an hour to get from the mainland to the island. And the ferry moves at a good speed, so Cassie and I decided to try putting a lure on. The first time we went across, we thought that because it was a ferry, people were going to have been using their cell phones a lot, and so there would be Pokemon spawning in the water because we had heard reports of that. But we only had like 2 normal spawns on the way to the island, a Krabby and a Magikarp, and that was only near the shore. So then on the way back from the island to the mainland, we each put on a lure and we were getting some strange Pokemon. Like the first one that popped up for me was an Electabuzz, and then a Magnemite, and then Nidoran, and then a Pikachu. Just really bizarre non-water types. Alright, so the game is saying 9.02 out of 10 kilometers on these eggs, so we'll see how much longer I need to walk because it probably hasn't recorded that much that I've done. Well, I walked all the way from over there to here, so now there's a bunch of grass and a creek, so I'm thinking this is probably a good place to turn around, but I need to stop and wait a minute for the eggs to refresh. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to go over the list of the 10-kilometer eggs just to give myself a refresher on what I don't have and what would kind of be a bum hatch. So on the list of 10-kilometer eggs, things that I do not currently have: Aerodactyl, Chansey, Hitmonlee, and Onyx. I think those are the only 4 10-kilometer eggs that I do not have. Lapras would be fine, Snorlax would be fine, and Eevee would be really not great. There are so many Eevees around here. I catch like 5 Eevees a day. So hatching an Eevee is always a disappointment. But since I have 2 10-kilometer eggs hatching, I hope I'm going to at least get one of something that I don't have yet. So I think it's been a minute. Let's go. So I literally said that an Eevee would be a bum hatch, and an Eevee pops up on the screen. So now I really hope that I don't hatch an Eevee because there's so many Eevees around here. So many Eevees. Use a Great Ball. Popped out. And nope. I really thought he was going to run away. Nope. Doesn't want any of that. It is really hard to do this one-handed while holding a video camera in the other hand. Don't pop out. Yay! Got him. Alright, back to walking. Oh! Here's the eggs. And it disappeared. Where'd the egg go? Did I hatch something? What? Did I hatch a Meowth? I'm pretty sure I might have hatched a Meowth. But maybe that wasn't a 10-kilometer egg. What eggs do I have? I still have the 2 10-kilometer eggs in there. That was Okay, so a random happenstance Meowth egg hatch. Cool. Let me check, because I'm pretty sure that I already have... Oh, I guess my Persian doesn't really have that great of IVs. I star all the stuff that has over 82% IVs. I have 36 Meowth candy and 2 with really good IVs, so I'm waiting to get enough candies to evolve one of those into a Persian with good IVs. So, it says there's an Abra nearby. I need more Abras to get that Alakazam. But as for the 10-kilometer eggs, it's at 9.4 right now. I should hit 10 by the time I get back to the car, I think. If not, I can just keep walking. Alright, so I stopped about halfway back to my car at the lake to let the distance on the eggs catch up, just to see where I'm at, because I really do want to hatch these things before I go to work, at least in this video. I don't want to have to catch up and do the end of the video in the dark, because that'd be weird. I want to do it now. But the distance is still saying 9.4, so I haven't been here long enough for the distance to catch up with itself. Alright, so I'm almost back to my car now, but the eggs are about to hatch. So, let's see what we got. Come on, please not an EV, please not an EV. That's not a 10K. I keep expecting these to be the 10K eggs, and they're not the 10K eggs. How much more time do I need to walk? 9.8, I'm almost there. Alright, so I had to keep walking. Straight line. I refused to turn because it didn't seem like it was updating at all, but now the eggs are hatching. So I really hope these are the 10-kilometer eggs, but alright, let's see. Really hope it's not an Eevee. Let's go. Egg hatching. Jinx. Another egg. Another Jinx. 2 Jinx. I got 2 Jinx. And I earned a medal. Really? Those were my 2 10-kilometer eggs? I caught 2 Jinx? I have so many Jinxes. There's a Walmart near my place where there are Jinxes in the parking lot all over the place. 2 Jinxes out of 2 10-kilometer eggs. Alright, I changed my mind. An Eevee would have been better than a Jinx. Disappointing. So disappointing. Alright, I hope you're having a better day than I am with this game. Yep, thanks for listening to what I have to say. You'll see me soon. Bye.